John, back at Ewood this weekend, how good a challenge is it, Sheffield United on our home patch?
A fantastic game for the players and for the fans, you know, coming up against one of the top teams in the league at home, so we're really looking forward to it.
The results last couple of games haven't gone our way, but what have you learned about the group playing teams who are expected to go really well this season that perhaps you didn't already know?
That we're ready for any challenge, you know, against the top teams. Obviously, West Brom at home was a really good game, real competitive game. It could have gone either way. Obviously, the Watford game could have gone either way as well. We lost on a quite dubious penalty. So I was really pleased with the performance in both games. And, you know, Saturday will be a difficult challenge, of course it will. But, you know, that's what we want to play. We want to play against the top teams and see how we can cope.
Have you seen plenty of positives within those two performances?
Yeah, I think it was there for everyone to see, definitely. It's not just me being positive. I think the performance against West Brom was a really solid performance. And the Watford performance at times, you know, we were certainly, you know, a better team than Watford, and we dominated possession. I think the stats showed that, you know, we had the better chances. So, you know, it was a pleasing afternoon. Obviously we lost, which isn't ideal, but, you know, moving forward, we've got to take lots of confidence from the game.
You were quite generous when you said quite controversial, the penalty there. Have you had any feedback from it? Or did you speak to the officials afterwards? Did the club get in touch to find out the exact reasoning why it was given?
Listen, it is what it is. I think on the day it could have gone either way, and you know, I spoke to a couple of senior referees about it, and one of them said it was a penalty, one of them said it wasn't. So it was one of them, you know, grey areas that no one really knows. I think without the VAR there, obviously the referee who's come down from the Premier League made the decision probably from more of a Premier League game rather than a Championship game. You know, and it cost us at least a point.
Championship is big business nowadays. Do you feel that this division is moving closer towards VAR, and what is your take generally on VAR and how it works within the game?
I'm not a fan of VAR, if I'm going to be honest. I think the job of the referee and the linesman, the fourth officials there, you know, for them to do the job. You know, they're not robots. You know, they're going to make mistakes. They're going to make good mistakes for the teams and bad mistakes, of course. It's like the players. You know, no one goes out to make a mistake on purpose. You know, when a player gives a goal away or kicks a ball out of play, you can't come back and watch it and start again, you know. So that's what football's all about. It's about exciting, being excited and enjoying watching really exciting football, and people are going to make mistakes. So, you know, VAR slows it down, and it just becomes a little bit silly at times, in my opinion. You know, we have VAR in the playoff final, which again I don't agree with. I think if you're going to bring VAR into the Championship, it's there for the whole season, not just one game.
You get grey areas in football though, don't you? You just have to live with them if you don't have the technology to back things up and sort out definitives.
Of course you do, yeah, and over the course of a season I think it kind of evens itself out. You know, if you look at the game last year when we played at Ipswich, we scored a fantastic goal, which was chalked off for offside, which certainly wasn't, and you know, that could have been a big decision, and we could have been relegated for that goal not counting, you know. So, you know, I think it can go either way, but for me, VAR, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't help when you get a decision like last weekend though, does it? You get that frustration afterwards immediately of, I don't feel that was quite right.
No, but again, I think it could have gone either way. Obviously, you know, speaking to referees after it, you know, they said it was, they said it wasn't. So whoever's in the panel for the VAR could have made a decision for us or against us.
Our home form this year has been so good, John. How reliant have we been on getting the points at home? I know performances have been good away from home as well, but particularly if you're going to have a good year, how important is getting the vast whole of your points in front of your own supporters?
It's vitally important that the supporters come and they're very proud and they can see the effort of the players, for one, you know, and I think from that first game against Derby we showed that, we proved that we want to have a really good home record this season. We want to be difficult to play against at home, and, you know, at the moment we've had a fantastic start and hopefully it continue. Yeah, it's important you get the right balance. You know, we've come up with some against two real tactical teams in Swansea and West Brom who play a certain style of football, so it's important that we, from a defensive aspect, we were on our game. You know, previously, you know, we played against a couple of teams that were a bit more open, which allowed us to play. So, you know, you have to get ready and prepare to whoever the opponents are, and you know, I think we've done that up to now.
Do you think that teams have a slightly different mindset perhaps now coming to Ewood Park, given the good results that we've had? If you start winning a lot of games at home, teams will perhaps naturally come thinking we'll keep it tighter and try and stop them doing what they want to do.
Maybe, yeah, possibly. But you know, we're coming up against some real top teams now, and you know, I'm sure Sheffield United and whatnot will come, you know, wanting to play their own game, which they will, and not worry too much about us, which could also be great for us. And you know, whoever we play against, we focus on how we can beat opposition and what we can do, and that's all I worry about.
How much quality do Sheffield United have within their ranks?
A fantastic squad, you know, they've recruited very well, you know, top championship players being signed in the summer, so you know, we know it's going to be a really difficult test, but a really exciting game for the fans and for the players.
They're right up there at the moment in the top 6. Do you expect them to be there or perhaps even higher come the tail end of the campaign?
Yeah, definitely. I think the squad's got players who have played in the Premier League, who've got promoted into the Premier League. They've got an excellent manager there who's very experienced, who knows about the Championship inside out. So, yeah, I'm sure they'll be up there in the top 6 for sure.
During the midweek, you had a chance to meet the supporters at the Q&A at Ewood Park. How was it? Was it nice for you to have some quality time with the fans to listen to their thoughts, ideas? I'm sure a few of them gave their thoughts and ideas as well about things. How was it?
Yeah, it was a great evening. You know, it was great meeting the fans, going out into the community and really listening to what their feelings are about the team and what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. And you know, so you know, it's about the group and it's about the family, the Blackburn family, and it's so important that you know that the players and the football staff, you know, go out and meet the fans and get that relationship, because without the fans, you know, the football club's nothing.
I'm sure there was more right than wrong though, wasn't there?
No comment.
Just in terms of the squad for this weekend, how we're looking, obviously Hayden, you told us he's going to be out for a little while now. Mario was the one who's missed a couple of games. Where's he at?
Yeah, Mario probably won't come back till after the international break now. You know, I thought he was playing some really good stuff just before he got injured. He was probably going to get his first start actually coming up. So it was a blow to lose him, but you know, thankfully it wasn't a long-term injury. It was a couple of weeks. So after the international break, I'm sure he'll be back involved and part of the squad.
And Harry Leonard, how close is he getting to the first team squad now? He's been out an awful long time, but he's back playing minutes and scoring goals as well for the 21s.
He is, yeah. Young Harry's doing well. It's important that we don't rush him back. Obviously, he's been out for 7 months. There'll be a lot of pressure on him when he comes back into the squad, for sure, being a local lad and a goal scorer. So, you know, when he's ready, we'll put him back in. But up to now, you know, I think he's still getting his fitness back. He's still a little bit rusty with the ball, but, you know, he can certainly put the ball in the net, which he showed the other night, which is great.